What's going on, fantasy world? It's your boy. I'm here to go over our episode of Top 10 Underachievers for Week 10. Boy, do we have a gang of them. Yeesh. All right, man. Let's talk about the number one flop of Week 15. And it hurts because I'm probably going to lose in this league that I was in the playoffs. My boy league, man, it gives out a trophy. I was a 2-time winner. I won the first 2 years, ended up losing last year, and I wanted to redeem myself, man. And I slipped in at 6-8. Anything can happen, man. Any given Sunday. He got Jalen Hurts going tonight that he needs. And if Jalen ended up not going, man, I might be able to get this guy. Anyway, Dak Prescott. Dak. Where is Bubba Dub when I need him right now, man? Probably over at the house right now, rolling over in his living room. Hey, I feel for them Cowboys, man. Look, Dak Prescott, 134 yards through the air, 1 interception, 4 rushes for 29 yards. That's it. Man had 7.06 fantasy points in standard scoring. Look, quarterback number 30. That's right. Listen, it was 30 quarterbacks that played yesterday. He was the worst. Man, they got sprayed. That's right, man. Them Cowboys got sprayed. Look, they're going to have better days. Dak's going to have better days. But why do it to me in Week 15 in the playoffs? Man, I know everybody that owns Dak right now is dropping them on their waiver wires. If not, definitely benching them for next week. It is what it is, man. Another guy that I thought was going to have a huge day, Sam Howell, number 2. Number 27 in fantasy scoring this week. Sam Howell got benched in the fourth quarter. He was doing so bad. 102 yards. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 rushes for 22 yards. Ended up scoring 9.28 fantasy points. There were 26 other quarterbacks you could have picked that were better than Sam Howell this week. I didn't see that one coming, but it's any given Sunday. This one hurts. Breece Hall. But the only reason it doesn't hurt is because I was going against Breece Hall in like 5 leagues. Everybody had him starting. That man ended up number 57 running back in fantasy scoring in Week 15. Breece Hall goes off for 7 touches. 7, Breece. 2 targets. That's it. He's been a PPR monster. Man, 7 touches, 18 yards, 2.3 fantasy points. Number 57 running back. Breece, you gotta do better. That's all I'm saying, man. You got to be more careful. All right, next. He had, in my opinion, even though he had more points than Breece Hall, he had a worse outing. 20 touches for Derrick Henry. 20, Derrick, for 10 yards. That man was not even averaging a yard per carry. Boy, Derrick Henry's going to have better days, but he hasn't been my running back of choice this year. Sorry for y'all who started him. Ended up number 50th running back off the board in Week 15 with 3 fantasy points. Dizam. And next on the board, our last running back off the board was Saquon Barkley. Saquon gets 11 touches for 37 yards. That's it. 11 touches. Listen, man, Giants, y'all got to do better than that. Y'all want to win a game, Barkley needs to be the man you are running that ball through. I don't know what's wrong with that game plan over there. You think DeVito is the answer? Y'all got the game twisted. This is any given Sunday. Saquon Barkley, number 44 running back off the board this week, 4.7 fantasy points, just a shell of himself. Oh, I feel sorry for those Saquon Barkley managers. Wasn't me. Next on our board, first receiver to come off the board. And he's done this to us more than once this year. 1 target, 0 catch, Gabe Davis. That's right. Bagel with cheese. When starting Gabe Davis, you got to be more careful. Next receiver off the board was Zay Flowers. 2 targets, 1 catch, 7 yards, 1.2 fantasy points, 96 receiver, man, in fantasy scoring this week. Man, who knew the Baltimore Ravens would go from an air raid the week before to, you got to check those conditions. They were in Jacksonville. Wind was 20 miles per hour. That's right, man. Before you set those lineups, y'all need to check them conditions, man. It's all about the elements, right? If you got a kicker kicking in something like that, I go get another kicker. I'm looking for a dome kicker or something because it was a big rainstorm in Florida this week and it pushed up the coast and a lot of football teams had to play through it. Raining all day. Baltimore game was just terrible. Yeah, man, y'all seen it. It is what it is. Hey, before you start your lineups, check your elements. And our last receiver off the board who had a horrible outing, had 9 targets for 2 receptions. Will Levis, you got to do better, man. DeAndre Hopkins ends up with 3.1 fantasy points, good for the 74th receiver off the board. He's way too good of a receiver to only have 2 catches. It is what it is. I'm not starting DeAndre Hopkins in faith that he's going to win me a fantasy championship. No, sirree, bobber. First tight end off the board, Taysom Hill. Think about all y'all who started Taysom Hill because Olave was out, right? No Olave. Targets got to go somewhere. Taysom Hill's been a monster, passing the ball, catching the ball, running the ball, thinking he's going to get at least a touchdown, maybe 2. That man got you 1 point, 2 touches for Taysom Hill, 5 yards. Man, I feel sorry for them stank-ass managers that started Taysom Hill. Stank. Stank your legs, stank your legs. And our last tight end off the board, big name, big dog, Travs Kelce. Ever since that guy been messing with Swift, I hate to say it sometimes, but a woman is a high-profile athlete's biggest downfall. No knock to my women. I love y'all. Queens of the earth. But when it comes to women and professionals, sports, it seems like you get those high-profile women, high-profile athlete, and the athlete always goes. Travs Kelce, no different. 5.3 fantasy points, shell of himself, 7 targets, 5 catches, 28 yards, hurt his arm in mid-game, just not the man he was. I mean, what's going on over there in KC? Somebody talk to the soup. Those are your top 10 underachievers for week 15. Come check us out for our top 10 overachievers for week 15 on our next episode. You can come check me out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe. You're looking for the recipe? I got the ingredients for the soup. Holla.